Tinker very quickly when
Just
you're
like,
Clockwork.
especially if you don't get a good timed blink dagger or anything, you just die, then your game gets ruined.
Yeah, it's like super duper about timings when you're against these Tinker counters like
Like
Clockwork.
even if you do get your blink dagger, if Clockwork guesses right with a flare even once, and the flare hits you and you can't blink, you're just
Oh,
dead.
you're boned. It's like fifth grade all over again. You know,
Nice. Wait, what?
it's insane. What? Anyway, yeah, it's rough. It's really rough. I play Tinker a lot. This is like my main mid hero, and I gotta say, against Clock, it can go one of two ways. Either you're so far ahead that it doesn't matter what the entire enemy team is, or you're against a Clockwork and you feed him, especially before you get the blink. Because Tinker spends so much time sitting at low HP farming in the triangles of farm in the jungle. Because the Soul Ring, it does so much goddamn damage now when you use it. Like, he's one of the few Soul Ring heroes just because you have to go Soul Ring on Tinker because it's so efficient for mana when you rearm it. But like it's very dangerous against Clockwork. We saw, I believe it was you and I, we saw this the Nyx versus Tinker. It
Yep.
was also in this tournament, and the Tinker was having a really good game, and still the Nyx was literally solo killing him as a support Nyx,
Yep.
just because Tinker was sitting at such low HP in the jungle because that's what he does. So yeah, it's super about timing. So that way you're not like if he's having a really good game, then there's a lot less time that he's spending in the jungle like that where he's vulnerable and he's just blinking in trees and stuff like that. But then there's still the flare, like you said. So yeah, it is a little rough.
I don't know if there's going to be an X this game, but I will say that I don't think this game will be as action packed as the last one, which is a bit unfortunate because that game was very quick and it was like 30 minutes. It was like almost 80 kills. That's not going to happen, sadly. I wish it did. Tinker just kind of he'll suck the fun out of this game. I'll say. I mean, it's a good pick for Taskus Titans. It's a comfort pick, which is fine for Jamesy, but it is going to be interesting.
I do believe in James, though. I do have to say, if there's anybody that can play Tinker in a very difficult game, it's going to be James. He was playing phenomenally last game, despite dying at the start of every fight. But I think he was getting focused, and rightly so. Like, he should have been the focus. He's basically the only way that Taskus Titans were going to win because if he snowballs. So, but in any case, I think Jamesy can do really well in this here. And a Phoenix,
Good fifth pick,
that is
Phoenix.
an offlane Phoenix. That is either a core Jakiro, Naga, or Phoenix, and it's probably a core Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's interesting against Skywrath Mage. Like, Phoenix is typically considered to be hard countered by Skywrath Mage because you just pre-silence him as he uses
Jumps
his
in.
he jumps in, or if he jumps out, he just comes right back
Yep.
because he's silenced. So that's what's the combo here? Why are they
I think it's just they want to have a
Naga?
heal. If the Chrono comes out for Void, Phoenix just wants to Sunray into
Oh
the
yeah, I
Chrono.
guess there's that.
I mean, that's the one thing I can think of. I don't know.
Are you sunraying though? Are you sunraying the Wraith King? It's like if you're sunraying the Tinker, he's dead already. If you're sunraying the Wraith King, then Void Chrono Wraith King, and do you care?
No, not really.
So it's an because I feel like in this game, Void just chronos like Tinker and Phoenix and Naga, like any of these heroes, and they're gonna win
They
the
just
fight.
die. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's a strange pick, one that I don't know if we're gonna know the full impact of until the game actually starts. Um, I don't know. EVOS, if they pick like Taskus Titans have a Wraith King, Tinker, Phoenix fucking like core, and like
Oh,
Tinker's
that's a
great.
classic. That's a
Tinker
classic right there.
Tinker's great late game. Wraith King, I think, unless he somehow has some amazing start, I don't think this hero does anything mid game. And they did pick the Nyx. So this game is just, I think this game is actually just awful for Taskus Titans. I mean, they just have, I know they have Naga Jakiro. They have like strong lanes and stuff like that, but I don't think they're even that strong. You really have to abuse this Nyx assassin, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, this game just becomes an issue. It's going to be Mirana versus Tinker. Should have a pretty good matchup mid. The Logic even gets one good chrono off in this game and like finds the Tinker and Phoenix. I think they just start getting owned. I don't know.
Definitely another game where it feels like Taskus Titan needs to snowball with at least either the Tinker or both the Wraith King and the Phoenix needs to snowball, or it's going to be pretty hard to fight 5v5 into them.
I don't. This lineup just doesn't do anything other than like hold high ground, right? And like I don't know, unless they go like the skeleton build on Wraith King, which is actually pretty good now. I don't know what they do in this game. Maybe I'm being too hard on them after the first game.
Skeleton build. Oh my god, what a world we live in that that's actually a thing.
I mean,
There's so
what
many
else do you
goddamn
do?
skeletons.
Like, your auto attack build is okay. If you like late game, don't get me wrong. I think Wraith King becomes kind of a beast if you have the right items. But until that point, I don't really know what happens in the team. They really picked this Wraith King for just like so Logic can't chrono him, and then yeah, you don't chrono him, and then you chrono everybody else, and they still win the fight. So I don't know.
Yep, that's definitely a void counter. Although it's weird though, because like traditionally it would be a void counter, but void, the way that he builds now, is like into that battle fury, and you get a lot of items really quickly on this hero that he's actually really good at right clicking even without the chronosphere. And I think void is one of those like hyper carries that can 1v1 almost any carry in the late game, even if almost no matter what they have, you know, like a void can 1v1 like a fully farmed alchemist because he has that bash, because he has the time walk.
With Void 25 and maybe like a refresher shard or something even like that, and you get off the big chrono bubble, the big AoE chronosphere.
Oh yeah, that is insane too.
You just win the fight essentially.
Yep.
And they have a Skyreth Mage on top of it too. I completely forgot the combos there. They have Void Skyreth, the TI4 combo that was.
Oh, that's a classic.
It is essentially, it is a classic. It's the best way to describe it. Titans are going to send 3 heroes down bottom to contest runes. The 2 will go top for EVOS, and they'll get 2-2. It was a good effort from Logic to try to take the rune. Did not work out successfully. It's still going to be 2 for 2, though. Not that. And one team committed 3, one team committed 2, and they already took some more damage on the Taskus Titans side, so not that end of the world for EVOS.
No. Pretty standard start to a game. Even Nyx is like is harassing mid. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, mana burn.
I do kind of like this though, because we were talking about how the Tinker has to come online.
You see that?
Yeah, he just walked in, took a tower hit to mana burn him.
No, Jamesy dropped his null tally when he mana burned him.
Oh, that's a nice
play. Yeah, it was pretty nice.
That's actually pretty sick.
Yep.
Just like baiting it. I like that. That's cool.
Mana burn is actually a pretty long cooldown. 28 seconds.
Yeah, level 1. It's crazy. Look how it scales. It's insane.
Yeah, that's...
What sort of ability is a 4-second cooldown at level 4 and then a 28-second cooldown at level 1? It's just insane.
That might be the only one. I'm sure there's more, but... Alright, do you really want to stay here as Tuku? Like, I know you want to get off to a good start, but still... I
kind of like it, because Clock can lane top just by cogsing the creeps. I don't think you kill this dual lane top. They've got too much, like, they've got stun plus a Jakiro slow. I think Clock's gonna get what he gets no matter what.
Yeah,
I don't think they pressure the
Clock is fine in this lane, you're right. But
it makes sense, just given the... I think Tinker is like a huge win condition here, and giving him a terrible start is pretty nice. Although, let's see, how's he doing?
He's 3. It's 3 more for Facehugger right now, but Laser will come out and Jamesy will get some... He's actually sending out tangos. He doesn't... Not getting a salve. He doesn't get any mana. He knows he's going to be sitting at no mana until he gets like Soul Ring, so this is just his life now. He used 1 laser, and that's it. He's now completely out of mana.
Ooh,
arrow?
Ooh.
They don't have arrow.
No arrow? He doesn't have arrow?
I think they could have gone for that. If that low ground hit didn't miss, they could have gone for it. I don't know. With Leap, it's so hard not to, but I guess
definitely with arrow, you definitely get that kill.
Yeah. I get it. You want to go level 1 Leap just because you want to get the extra auto attack damage and harass really well with it, but he'll have arrow now. Oh, he went level 2 Starstorm. Just kidding. He's pushing the wave in. I don't know if that's the best idea. Although Jamesy just got owned by that freaking mana burn.
He's getting walloped in this lane. He's not having a good time.
And well, he's dead.
Ooh,
he's just dead. Fairy Fire doesn't do anything. This is a waste of gold and a waste of his life. All right. This lane's over.
The worst thing about this is he's missing a double range creep wave right now. 3 creeps just died. This range creep is gonna die maybe before he gets there. Oh,
I think he just got the experience, but still.
But still, that's gonna set
He's
him
actually
behind.
even in experience somehow. Rior is about to die to Skyreth.
Dual lane though.
And here comes Tuku. Tuku does have a mango, so he can. Yeah, I think our R is dead. Yeah, he's just dead.
Oh, that was sick.
All right,
tank the tower too with the illusions. That was fucking sick.
This game's a fucking disaster, I would say, for Taskus side. They have 1 good lane going, and they're not even stopping the Clockwork from CSing.
Look at this wave. Look how happy Clock is right now.
I guess
Oh,
the
God.
difference maker is that Logic's not CSing very well. That's the one big thing. I do think that all right, it's not as big of a disaster as I'm making it out to be. My apologies. But it seems pretty bad, right?
The Tinker's important, though. This is the thing. Like, Tinker's very important.
He's now level 4, and a lot of that is because the Tugu just sat mid. Although they're gonna find a mana burn and an arrow, and he's dead again. So I mean, it's nice that he's got a more experience than Facehugger, but it's bad that he dies twice. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. The thing is, though, he's got more experience, but he's against a dual lane, so like, he's basically the offlaner, but he's a Tinker. Like a solo offlaner.
God,
Logic's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's getting beat on for sure.
They really need to send out more regen here. Oh, he's got it.
I think they've got some.
Yeah.
We got a full wand and a salve and a tango set, which is really nice. And snare onto Whitemon, but here comes Tugu. It's more of a bait than anything else. Impale only hits onto 1. It was looking like it was going to hit on its 2. Good dive, but Rior's dead now. So
nice blocks.
Should be dead anyway. Yeah, he's
dead. Tuku's actually winning this game so hard for his team right now.
Yep.
What a god. Like, he's actually completely winning this game from the support role.
Yeah, this next assassin pick was beautiful as a 5th pick.
It's like a terrible hero, too, and he's owning with it. Like,
yeah.
This hero feels so useless. At least when I play, it feels damn useless. He's just running around owning, like, totally outskilling. Just making such, like, high skill plays. Like that bash, very high skill.
Very high skill play from the Void. Whitemon, that's a high skill play. Nice tango. Oh. He still might be dead. Jakiro rotates bottom. He might be dead, too, actually.
Ooh, the jukes!
Yeah, Jakiro's dead. All right, they're just coming bottom and feeding. Oh, my God. Whitemon actually just broke their ankles. He Barry Sandered the hell out of that. They might lose Tuku. He's going to burn, but I think he's going to survive. Logic has a time walk. He will use it. He also has 12 wand charges.
God damn, dude. The Taskus Titan's just Anderson Silva. It's so hard right there.
Oh, my God. You're making me think of gross things.
Okay, good. You got the reference.
Yeah, I did get the reference.
Great.
It turns out Zyori, myself, and Carlo are actually big fans of MMA. We actually have the fight pass, and we watched that fight specifically.
Cool. I watched that live, too.
I remember, I didn't see it live, but I did watch the clips that were posted on Reddit after it happened, and that was brutal. For anybody that doesn't get the reference, if you're not into MMA, Anderson Silva, one of the best MMA fighters of all time, as Facehugger gets this kill on.
He's the best of all time.
Yeah, he's the best MMA fighter of his weight class by far, which I can't remember exactly what it is. But essentially, he was fighting somebody, I think it was Max Whiteman. They got Jamesy, who's also dead now with a nice impale from Tuku, who's just playing insane. But essentially, what ended up happening is he went for a leg kick, which is Anderson Silva's one of his patented moves, where he just kicks the leg of the other opponent.
But against a guy that was like 80 pounds heavier than him.
Well... I mean, it wasn't that much. Remember, there's weight classes in MMA, but he's big.
No. He was fighting above his weight class in that fight.
Well, anyway, the thing is, he hit him in the leg, and then Anderson Silva, while he kicked him, his leg shattered. And, he broke his leg, and it looked disgusting.
And you know what's crazy? He tried to fucking put it on the ground and keep fighting. That's what this crazy bastard Anderson Silva. That's why he's the best of all time, man. He just wants to fight.
By the way, it's 10-0 in this game.
Yeah, that's feeling pretty good for
Thought I'd
EVOS.
point this out.
They're feeling like Anderson Silva, except that not in that particular fight right now.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was the ankle breaking we talked about. Ensnare, Void does have time walk. He's fine.
He's fine.
Even with Ensnare, as long as you have stick charges and time walk still up, you're good to go. Jamesy avoids the arrow. Sends the illusion to do some. Facehugger has a 2-level advantage now, almost 3 actually. And he's
now
going...
he can just decimate this Tinker on his own.
Yeah, and he needs to too. Less net worth than the Clockwork in the off lane for the Tinker. I know the Tinker can come back because it's a hero that can just spam March in the jungle, and he'll probably end up doing that at some point. But by that point, the Nyx Assassin will have 6, especially if he can get some of this jungle CS. And then things get miserable for the Tinker, I think. With Fire Blast onto the Clockwork.
Mesmerized by these skeletons.
Where are they? They get
Dude, they're killing.
They got 50% magic resistance now. Oh my God, they're still
actually
chasing
killing
Emil.
him.
He has to run. Get out of there.
He had a battery assault. Fucking skeletons, man. What a game. Oh, look out! Skeletons.
Look at the Mortal Strike. Hover over the icon and look how many changes they've made to Mortal Strike.
I know, it's like an essay. I'm not gonna read all that. So much.
What is this? The sound effect of this sword is I don't like it for the Wraith King.
Oh, there he goes. Look at those. Check those out. Clock pings them.
They're
Like,
just
look out, guys.
They're just gonna die to the tower.
Oh my god, one's canceling this dude's clarity. Oh my god. Well,
Godlike.
he was full mana, but that was still godlike. That skeleton's MVP.
It's still chasing him. He's giving him a runaround.
They just move randomly. I feel like this hero would be probably good if the skeletons were just complete random. Oh, here's Clock. He's gonna go kill the Tinker, just like we talked about. Although James, he doesn't even have a soul ring, so he's not low mana because he's too underfarmed to be low HP. Sorry.
How does he? Well, he's just backing up. Yeah, he has to. He can't even. He has to rearm TP. Rearm TP. He's just spending so much gold on fucking TP scrolls now. He's gonna go bottom. Chronosphere. Takiro comes in. Battery Assault. Rior's dead. And they kill Bimbo. He has no mana. He has 7 stick charges. Arrow does come out. I don't think he can. Is he just dead?
He's level 8, so he doesn't have the points. Like
he actually didn't hold a point. I thought he held a point.
No. Well, no, he does not have a point.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway because they didn't get the kill.
Yeah.
I bet they dive that if they know.
Oh, for sure. They for sure do. He's just like, oh god, thank god they didn't kill me. They're counting the skeletons. They're like, he only has 6 skeletons. He doesn't have ulti. Imagine
how next level that would be.
Yeah, that'd be so sick. Dude, Raging Potato is even playing as if he does have the ulti.
Nice and pale. Hook shot, counter initiation, dual breath. That's a dead illogic. He was way too far up. Nice play.
Yeah.
That's very big. That's a killing spree that they get for the Jakiro. The Wraith King gets involved. He finally gets his level into Reincarnation. It's almost at Armlet. That's a very big kill. Killing that Void is pretty damn important because it's not like the Void's very farmed, you know? Right now, actually, most of the 3K lead is coming from the fact that the Mirana has 5K net worth and the Tinker has 2.7K. So that's really the big difference as of right now.
He's having a good time. He is pushing this mid tower. He's got the siege wave. I would be tempted to arrow that catapult, but I guess it's dying anyway, and he wants to save the arrow.
I actually think if Facehugger comes to bottom, they just destroy everybody, but he's just fighting and farming. He just doesn't want to be involved yet.
I like this. I like that he's trying to take this tower. If they can take this tower, it secures both the entrances to the jungle, where they can hunt the Tinker. So this is like... I definitely think the play is to maybe press the ulti, though, for bot.
I would also consider that.
I don't know if he did or if he didn't have it or something, but... With this Nyx is...
All right, Jamesy, the one thing you cannot do right now is get arrowed. If you get arrowed, okay, they're fighting bottom. All right, well, one for... Wow, they killed the Wraith King. That is most certainly worth it for Tuku. Good Supernova. Hookshot comes out. Nice they need to run. Veal, don't even try, buddy. You can't even.
Try.
They're going to get a Veal, probably. Oh, good silence. I think he's still dead anyway. It's too much damage. But here comes Facehugger.
Ooh, is Mirana.
And BDZ is dead, and so is RR probably. He's used his dive already, although he is pretty speedy, but they just need two more arcane bolts. They can't... He doesn't have leap. Facehugger is in. He's looking for an arrow.
He really is.
Godlike arrow! Oh my god, what a dodge. And now Facehugger is out of mana, and if he gets stunned, he dies. And it's really bad if that happens, but I think he's fast enough that he'll be okay. They missed the dual breath on the Scarith Mage as well.
Void took the top tower.
All right.
That's a big deal.
That's
that's a spooky jungle for Tinker to farm, especially against the Nyx, who's in the other jungle, so he can't farm anywhere.
Yeah, that's...
Just walking, slowly walking back to Fountain. Dude, sell your bottle and buy bots. No, I'm just kidding. That's
definitely
terrible.
do not do that.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is recoverable for him. I don't know if they've done enough early game in order to stop Jamesy from having an impact later on. Like, 5K is a lot. Okay, now they have. Now this game is probably over, I'm going to say. Oh, they have Song. Maybe not.
He's going to walk away?
I didn't know the Naga was there. It was my bad. They still have Hook, don't they?
Can he nail it?
Hook this? Yep.
He nails it!
And Sunrail will keep him alive, but he's still dead anyway. They have Chrono, too. He's thinking about he's trying to use it. He's like, oh, March of the Machines, I might die. He actually jumped into his death. No, Logic's still alive. All right, that was almost dangerous.
It was very, very close to being dangerous.
Because if he marches down the Void and gets that kill, at least it's something. Now he doesn't get anything for it.
God, that hurts to look at. Look at the Tinker's Gold right now. Look at that. That is so upsetting, man. He was so close to bots. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of damage with the Sky Silence on top of the Mirana Starstorm.
He's not even going Ags or anything. He's just going to have... Level 4 Starstorm is why this hero... Okay, they get a kill. All right, he just got a solo kill. That shouldn't happen. Why did he rotate bottom? He was like 20 HP. I didn't expect him to go down there. All right, that's my bad.
Definitely questionable.
Although they do have reincarnation. Tuku's sitting here. Even if he mana burns him, I don't think it matters. Like, I don't think it's gonna be enough.
It doesn't, but they can kill him twice because he's alone. They just need.
They need somebody. They need anybody to be down here right now. All right, they're rotating him Marana. That's good. Just make sure he doesn't TP for Bimbo. Vendetta's gonna end soon, and Arrow. They are holding it. He pops Armlet. Passive shot. Okay, now they arrow. Time the arrow. Oh, you missed it. All right, it's still fine. Avil might die. Okay, everything's good. Now you have no reincarnation for 3 minutes, and you've been killed by the Miranda, who is like 3k higher than you. Well, 2k.
You know what the ridiculous thing is? That death is actually so worth it for the Wraith King. Look how far up he pushed. Yeah, look, he got the tower, and then he got a solo kill in the void.
Yeah, true.
And then the tower is at half HP,
and
he forced all of them bot. So
yeah.
Tinker's farming. Exactly. So like that's actually 100% a space making death.
Yeah,
fact,
you're right.
I'm gonna record the timestamp of that right now because I want to use that for a video. That's a perfect space making death, where it's like, okay, he died. You obviously don't want to die, but that's worth it.
Nice sleep from Facehugger. Good Moonlight. Ice Path is gonna miss. They can't. They can't even get down there. The Icarus or the Sunray can, but look at the Moonlight coming out. They have Chrono available. Jamesy has successfully gotten his bots. He is now doing Tinker things, and the game has stabilized until this. All right. Well, this is a problem. This is a mega problem. All right. Well, so much for that. But anyway, I mean. Like, you're absolutely right about that play, because look at the net worth graph. Like, it was 5k and drastically going up at least a little bit during the, kill on the Tinker in the top lane and all that stuff. Then they get the solo kill bottom. They push out the bottom lane. They give some space for the Tinker. And then that graph kind of flatlines for a second. And now, because they get 2 kills, it goes back up. But
it's space for like a Phoenix that is going for Midas. Like, if that was 2 heroes that were able to farm like Tinker, they get way more there, but you have a Phoenix. If that's like an Underlord or Tide or some hero that can push out a lane, then that's like a creep wave shoved in. But I mean, that's just the nature of picking like a Phoenix. You're hard for fighting.
What does this Phoenix provide you? It's just what a support Phoenix provide, except you have faster levels.
Exactly.
That's all you have.
Not really. I mean, look at Naga. Naga was the support, and Naga's level 8 to the Phoenix's.
All right. Well, they might kill Logic here.
Get him.
Yeah, he's probably dead. He needs like a Manta style. This Ensnare has killed him like 3 times.
He does. He really does.
They're probably gonna get something out of this anyway.
I think.
Do they song this? Do they song this and fight?
Titans can fight. I think they can.
They're thinking about it.
This is space for Tinker too. I do like. I know I keep saying that, but I do like the fact that they're taking fights on the enemy side of the map. It's just space for Tinker.
Now Rior is. Luckily, they have the Tinker, which pushes them back. If they didn't, I think Rior probably dies. Although Avio's looking for the hook on the back line. Arrow's sailing in, and they hit the hook on it too, which was nice. Rior. He's going to get it off, but he dies instantly. He got it off because they shared the cogs, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, the Maelstrom proc.
Facehugger, he's going to kill the creep wave that the Tinker was TPing into, which is really nice, which means that he's not there for the fight. He'll try to TP in now. That's a lot of damage from Logic, who jumped in aggressively. He's got Time Walk in 1. He actually should be fine, but the rest of them need to run. Like, they're fighting into March. Like, look, like Tinker can do work. In these fights, if he's just the one.
If he had a blink, it would be so much more work though. Like, he'd be killing all of them if he had a blink.
Yep.
But that's just the nature of shutting the Tinker down. That's why they did it, so they can get away with stuff.
He's getting close.
The thing is, yeah, soon they won't actually be able to get away with this sort of stuff. Like, the Tinker's gonna come online and be a problem, a genuine problem. And then he needs a force after that, I think.
They've Blade Mail on Bimbo. I don't know why he built Blade Mail this game. I don't think he's getting focused to begin with. I think they're honestly just leaving him alone in every fight.
I guess because Mirana has, like, the Star Storm.
Yeah, but she's just going to see that he has a Blade Mail and, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe the Mirana is the one that dies, but...
Oh, he should have Blade Mailed the arrow. What is he doing? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's, like... They arrow him. He's, like, under a tier 1 tower. They're like, yeah, let's not go for this.
Go for the Wraith King, man. Mana.
They layer March. They can't push the tier 1 tower. They flare, but they miss the... I actually think finding this Tinker is going to be a problem. They got a couple of good tier 1s, but they didn't get the bottom tier 1, which might be a problem. Tuku's
Always
going
the
Midas, by the
problem
way.
with Tinker. Tuku's going Midas. He knows this is going to be a late game.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
I think if the Void just had a little bit better farm, this game would be a lot easier for them. Like, if he went...
Oh, for sure.
Like, he's
Because
going
he
to
can
have a
actually
late
deal
Shadow
with the
Blade.
Tinker.
Yeah.
If he had a Shadow Blade right now, he's hunting down this Tinker.
And just killing
Watch
him,
the
yeah.
net worth. Watch the net worth even out as this Tinker starts farming with this Blink. Like, I think we're actually going to see it start to level out.
It's
I
8K
really,
right
really
now.
like... Look where this Wraith King is playing right now. Like, I really like that he's playing down in this bottom lane and, like, sacrificing his own well-being for the Tinkers. Like, the Mirana's up top dealing with it alone, but everybody else is bot dealing with this issue, and then mid as well. So I like that he's pushing that in. Although Naga's now doing it, which is obviously safer. But somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do that job. Otherwise, there's going to be no space, and that's exactly what Tinker needs right now.
Jamesy is getting close to his Soul Ring now that his Blink is completed. Not having Soul Ring early has kind of put him in a bind.
Oh,
but...
he actually didn't go for the Soul Ring. You know, I kind of like that against the Nyx and the Clock. Like, we were talking about the whole idea of Tinker being really low in the jungle and you go hunt him down and kill him. But I guess what's the point of that if you're just going to die to these two heroes? Like, that's really smart, actually, from Jamesy. And then also, the way Bottle works is that it will obviously Bottle heals for a lot more. It's been, and mana, too. It's been buffed in the previous couple patches to do more because when they nerfed the bounties, they were like, okay, we got to make Bottle do a little more. So they buffed it, but then also it scales with your int. So you actually don't need a Soul Ring early to farm quickly on this hero. At least that's something that I've been finding. I've been going just Bottle and then Travels, straight into Travels, because the Soul Ring, or sorry, the Bottle plus the Well regen is enough to allow you to get off a bunch of marchers and kill camps. Just like if you were to have a Soul Ring, but it's way more safe if you're not super low HP. Good God, look at all this tipping. A lot of tips going to James.
Dude, this is
James
nothing,
giving
man.
tips out.
The TI qualifiers were some of the most like hectic in terms of tipping / all chat emote spam. There's not been much of that so far in this tournament.
I'm not 100% sure how good that is for us as a community. You know what I mean? To like encourage that sort, because I feel like a lot more people were more comfortable all chatting. Like we saw Sumail, who I like Sumail. He's my friend, but he was saying some toxic stuff to people in all chat in tournaments, and it was kind of like, I don't feel like people would even consider doing that if it wasn't for this like tipping thing. And a lot of tips were actually passive aggressive tipping. Like, you know, two players have a history together, they kill one or the other, and it's passive aggressive tipping. That's kind of mean. It's like, it's fun, and but it's kind of you know how much pressure is on a lot of these players, and for somebody to like passive aggressively tip somebody, you know, it's kind of, it's a little shitty. It's a little shitty feeling. Although in this, obviously, this is fun, but in the NA qualifiers, I specifically saw some like, okay, I know these two players fucking hate each other and they're tipping. Like, that's not a fun tip. That's I'm actually trying to piss this guy off tip.
Yeah, but no, you might know that, but nobody else does. For me as a caster and somebody that's been around in the scene for a while, even though I know some of these players, I can't tell half the time if it's a hateful tip or a tip that is in good faith and good fun. So the argument can be made that if we don't know, is it acceptable? And I think probably. I mean,
oh, it probably is. I just think it.
I don't think it's as bad as you're thinking it is. I think that yes, it can be bad. It can be toxic. It can be bad for the game and for esports. Then Valve might make a stance if that were the case and not release emotes or something like that. But I think it makes the game a lot more fun, even if there's some tilting or negative aspects to it.
I think it's fun when it's fun. Oh, there's some fighting going on. That's dead Jakiro. Clock is fine. All right, back to the conversation I had. I like it. I like it when it's fun. It's just, I think that like it's gotten a little excessive. It's gotten a little bit excessive, you know. That's all. I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way too.
Yeah.
Just a little bit though. Just a little bit.
Oh boy. He hit an
That
arrow.
That's a problem.
Face Sucker 1 BKB. I think it's a great item choice this game.
I would also say the farther away you move from the NA region, the less likely people are going to do it passive aggressively.
Well, every region has their own kind of feud like that, but I don't know, man. I get where you're coming from. I just don't think it like. There's always.
I don't want to make it sound like I'm anti-tipping, because I tip the shit out of people. Like, I do the emotes. Like, I do that shit terribly. I do that all the time. I can just I'm kind of sitting on the fence with it. I can just see kind of both. You know, I can see kind of both arguments.
Anyway. 10k lead for EVOS. Those few kills they just got with the Mirana and the Void now have even gotten them a lot more ahead. They've picked up a Shadow Blade for Logic. They have almost a pipe. Not only that, they're going to find Dyer's Courier. I don't know where it died. It must have been going down bottom here. And it got killed by the Nyx Assassin who was Vendetta, I'm sure.
EVOS are taking Roche with Void and Mirana. They both just snuck in there with their little leap abilities.
This thing is mega dead. There's not even a single ward over here for the Dyer. They're going to find the kill onto a Veal, which is a nice play. That was a blink in. Bimbo is going Ags. My issue in this game is that, like, how do you do any damage other than Jamesy? Everybody else doesn't do anything, especially once they get BKBs.
I'm not 100% sure of Ags either.
I mean, I like Ags in like pub games and when you have a real damage dealer in the mid lane. Not to say that Tinker's not one of those, but again, it's just a hero that a lot of magic.
Well, who cares if you resurrect like a Tinker? Like, you don't want your Tinker dying in the first place. I think he needs to be more of like a damage dealer on Wraith
they
King,
saw Logic.
Like
they got the chrono onto
that is a
Jamesy.
good chrono.
Good song.
Wait, that's from hit. Okay, yeah, that's from James's team.
Logic's maybe dead here. Yep, he's dead. But here comes the Mirana. Good Supernova. They did kill the Tinker. Facehugger's going to lose his Aegis. He BKB'd for that? Why? Just wait. You know you're going to die. Oh, my God.
Nice
That's tilting. They're going to try to turn this, but Facehugger's just dead. That is a gigantic fight. That was a very big mistake. If the Mirana waits and uses his BKB, he just kills everybody, I'm pretty sure. That doesn't happen. Bimbo is just got enough mana. They need another mana burn. He doesn't have enough mana. Now they do. Now he's dead. That's unfortunate for Bimbo. It's still a 2-for-3 trade, but that's actually really good for Taskus Titans, even losing both cores, both big cores anyway. They're still going to get Reor, but yeah, that was a big. I think that's a big misplay for the Mirana. He just needed to wait on that BKB.
Oh yeah, I mean, most of the time you don't want to use that until you respawn with the Aegis. That's typically what people, what people do. Just a bit of a misplay, and obviously very punished for that. Because if you die with an Aegis. And you're just like a sitting duck, if you don't have that BKB. You need that BKB for when you respawn, guaranteed. Because obviously, if they kill you, they're gonna be surrounding you. So.
Void realizing he also needs a BKB. All of this damage from Taskus Titans is magical. Even like the Wraith King is at this point pretty magical based, except for when he pops his armlet and he starts running at you. But for the most part, all of their damage is magical. Like 95% of it, I would say. So.
Oh, yeah.
Use your BKBs correctly for EVOS. You'll win the fight. You'll be able to take a high ground push at some point. You just have to play correctly. And I don't think they don't fight that hard unless they have this Illogic BKB, which is going to take some time to get to. But he's pretty close at this point, actually. So.
He can also take off the net with that. Like, he's been really struggling with that net. You can BKB it off.
Yeah.
So.
He almost needs to Manta even after the BKB because you don't want to just use BKB just for, well, that was a missed impale.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
My God.
That was...
There's some
got punished for missing that.
Mega tilting plays happening here, I'm sure.
I mean, it happens. It happens. It's just when you're against like a player that's good like Reor, you fuck that up, and you're not killing him. He's gonna force. Maybe other players freak out there and try to use like Conjure Image or some shit, but no,
Here comes
Reor's
the Tinker.
Like, he knows he can survive. Did they go for it? No. Nah.
Missile spam is brutal.
Yeah, the skeletons providing vision. Oh, what a combo!
It is something.
He can actually TP to the skeletons. That's kind of interesting. I didn't think about that one.
Godlike plays.
Ooh! Oh, what a juke! Oh, is he gonna kill him?
He's just gonna kill him now.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's dead.
Just killing him. But Claw Cook?
Yeah, they're gonna trade, I think. Where's his batter? Oh, it just came off cooldown. Okay, well. That's worth it. And Avil immediately TP's home.
Worth it.
That's his blade mail done. Although Aetherlens was finished for the Tinker too, so it's not like he lost that much. Dooku is in deep. He will Ewels himself, but good impale.
Nice stun.
There's no way. He has Vendetta. They have Dust though. Okay, he's dead. Oh, they're looking for a Chrono here.
What is Chrono?
Watch this Chrono. Oh, he's not going to go for it. They're too close to Shrine.
That was a crit and a half. Holy hell. Damage.
All right. 13k lead. This Mirana continues to become a monster. She's about to have Lincoln Sphere. She does.
How do they kill Mirana? This Mirana it feels like immortal with these items.
Ice Path, and then she wastes her BKB like she did last fight.
Oh, I guess yeah. There's that. There's that.
As long as she has BKB.
Tinker Sheath, I guess.
She's got an Atos. Is that the bird?
That was a Phoenix. Yeah, Bird's got it. It's nice that this Phoenix has a Midas because he's not gonna feel so goddamn useless in the late game. You know, this is one of those heroes that's like XP dependent, but he doesn't farm quickly and he doesn't really necessarily even get kills. He's just looking to team fight. So it's like, well, how do you get XP? Well, I guess you go Midas.
He's gonna walk into a Sentry. Rior gets the song off in time. Nice. Are they gonna try to fight this really? Do they know he has BKB? They should.
He has BKB, yeah.
And arrow just to throw it out. They layer the march twice so they can't fight into him. That's song down, which is good news, but what can they actually get done with it? I mean, they're doing a really good job with Taskicites of not losing their towers. Like, yeah. They still have a tier 2, they have the tier 1 bottom, which is really important.
Basically, as soon as his tanker got the bots, they haven't really been losing towers.
They found RR.
Force. Oh, Jamesy's going for a Force and an Aether Lens. He's really doubling down on this defense from the Clockwork. I
think he has to get a Force staff.
I kind of feel like I kind of feel like the reason he's doing this, he's going for he's going for the cheap stick. I was gonna say I think he actually should have gone for a Force instead of the Aether Lens, and I think that's why he was going for the Force in retrospect. But now he's realizing that he really needs that sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't go for both the Aether Lens and the Force. It's too many slots. They need that sheep soon because there's BKBs coming out. Mirana feels like immortal with these items.
They need another Force staff besides the Naga Siren is the issue, though.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Jakiro needs one, but he's super underfarmed.
Yeah, he's not going to get there for a long time. You know, he doesn't have GPM talent until level 20, so...
Yeah. I like what he's doing right now, though. Like, just balls to the wall down the lane, going for a tower. I think that's a good way. That's how PPD plays Jakiro, and he brought that hero. He's brought that hero into the meta like multiple times. He just runs down a lane, suicides for a tower as Jakiro, makes a ton of space. Super good.
Yep. If they can get another Force staff, I'd feel a lot better about Jamesy's chances of surviving these fights. I don't know. This game's gonna go late enough that Logic's gonna hit 25 in like the next 20 minutes or so, and then they just get croned and they all die or something.
Yep.
I know Bimbo has Ags now, but like, unless the fight is close,
I don't really care about Wraith King Eggs if I'm on the Radiant.
I don't know what that does, to be honest, other than you're hitting me for an extra 7 seconds. I don't think that wins them the fight.
Does it do anything different? Did we like miss out on patch notes or something?
It does the same thing. As far as I just checked the Wraith King. It's the same as it's always been. It's what, 7 seconds of
resurrects everybody.
Yeah, 7 seconds of ally death delay.
Oh, that's a Tinker. That's a dead Tinker. Solo to clock.
This is the problem with this matchup. If you make one mistake and the clock is in the right position, he just punishes you, and then you're dead for 50 seconds. It was a good effort, though, as they did push into the tier 1 tower mid with the skeletons. But the skeletons aren't going to be able to get the tower, and now it's in deny range, too. But that is the Wraith King Ags. They do have Tinker buyback. They're looking for a Chronosphere. They're going to find it. Good BKB from a Logic. That's the Phoenix that's dead. Of course, he does have his Scepter, but he Icarus dived away. Oh, now no, the BKB for a Logic. He does have the Time Walk. Finally,
it's like Raging Potato got the Ags, but Phoenix didn't even know what to do with it.
He like dove away, and then
I'm alive.
You could use your ultimates, can't you? I believe.
Oh yeah, you can use everything.
So they could have taken a fight there. I guess they just said, all right, we're not going to take a fight. We don't have Tinker. I mean,
I think he was like, oh shit, I'm alive.
Let me just make sure I'm remembering this quickly. If you use your abilities when you're in the Ag's death form for Wraith King, they don't go on cooldown when you come back alive. Is that correct? I can't remember.
I think they do.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't remember.
Otherwise, that'd be crazy good.
That's true.
Well, yeah, that would be crazy good with the supernova.
Maybe we'll find out. I think you're probably right. I think you're probably correct on that, but I don't know. Anyway.
Because I think your main hero doesn't die; it just stays alive. Like you don't see it die and then get an illusion like Venge. Like it's not an illusion.
Yeah.
It's just like your hero reincarnated, which is weird and kind of useless. What does he go for next? Another Ags?
For who?
For Raging Potato. She gets second eggs.
That'd be pretty funny.
Just commit to it. Just fucking completely commit to it.
Don't you just get like Radiance or something? Or like
he
any other
definitely
damage item?
I think you should. Yeah, I think definitely Radiance. Or like an Assault Cuirass, maybe. But Radiance is... I think you should have gone Radiance.
I don't think you go Assault Cuirass because you're the only one that does physical damage, right?
That's true. That's true.
So it's only your... I mean, yeah, you give them less armor. They don't care. You're the only one hitting them.
Yeah, that's true. And he has an ag. It's not like he hits hard.
I think you have to go Radiance given the circumstances of the game.
It's actually crazy. He has 135 plus 31 damage as a 19 Wraith King. Like, that is not a lot of damage at all. He's going the Skeleton build, actually.
Yep, that's what I said. I knew it.
Oh, it's on cooldown, though.
He has popped Blade Mail. They can't fight. Hookshot onto 2.
Look
they
out.
need to Chrono. They have it. He doesn't have mana. He doesn't have mana. And he didn't want to cheese either. All right, well, that's unfortunate. How did he not have mana?
Level 3 Chrono is expensive, man.
I guess.
300? You kidding? It's half his mana.
I cannot
Good
believe
God.
that. I was like, why didn't he Chrono? This is a perfect Chrono. They could have gotten the Naga Siren. She would have made up a song. Life would have been good. They could still find RR.
What does Wraith King go for? Oh. Oh,
Wait.
that makes
Good
sense.
Yules. Can he get out? Oh, nice Fire Spirit. That was really nice, actually.
Yeah, that does a lot of damage with that talent, actually. Good God. How much does that do? 140 DPS. So you get it on
good.
somebody and it does like 500.
They have found the Wraith King. He will die twice. They'll try to rotate in. The Tinker is
Three
coming.
times. They'll die 3 times.
Oh, right.
Because he's nags.
All right, now
Yeah,
just
look-
run. Everybody run.
Look out!
Logic's been stunned. They're trying to find the Tinker. EVOS is, they
God,
found
is he actually
Jamesy.
dead?
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
That BKB was not the... Oh, that's so tilting. Meanwhile, they're going to Chrono. They kill the Naga. Song did nothing. All right, well, it's not the end of the world that they used the BKB there. They're going to find
Dead
Phoenix 2. He's out of mana. Good Atos. Still probably
He's
dead,
time
though.
dilated for so long.
Time of dilation against Phoenix, lol.
Yeah.
Hookshot hit a creep. They almost found Jamesy. Cog push.
Oh, that was so close. That was so close.
Syndrome was talking about how Cogs feel like they've been, after the most, not 7.18, but 7.17, how they feel like they're either, the Cogs are messed up. They don't push as much, and they're pulling people in a lot more. Like, I don't know. He said it was just, he felt like it was just him, but maybe there's some truth to that. I don't think that was not an instance of it should have pushed. The Cogs were like here, the Tinker was like
it's
here.
weird. The way it works is like, I think you have to be issuing a move command for the cogs to work on you. So if you walk up to, like, you can walk up as a melee hero and right click one of the cogs and it won't knock you back. Or if you press S, like if you're not issuing a move command, the cogs will not knock you back. It's really weird. I don't.
That's the price of dewarding, my friend. He got the Tinker ward, but he paid with it with his life, so. Base Psycho has a double damage. Doesn't he just turn? There's no song. Don't leave away. A nice Glimmer, though.
Nice Glimmer.
Arrow? Man, that should have been a kill, but the Glimmer Cape, they didn't have any detection for it. They need to buy a gem or something, but you don't want to because you're a Marana on your team, so.
And Nyx.
Exactly.
Net coming out. Nice Yules. Hard to push into Tinker is basically the story of this game. It's pretty hard to push into Tinker.
And I don't think they're going to do it with the Sages either. Did they use the cheese already? Yes, did.
Yeah, Void used it. He almost died in that fight. He's getting a Lincoln Sphere. He's so sick and tired of that net. And then also, Tinker's going to have a sheep soon, so the Lincolns is definitely like literally perfect timing from the Void, actually. Like, there's that point where if somebody doesn't have a Lincolns and you have a sheep, you can just insta-kill them on Tinker, but that's not the case in this game. Like, that sheep is going to be nowhere near as effective because this Void is timing the...
Uh-oh.
There's going to be a small window.
He does his ultimate, but he might die twice again. Oh, good Sunray, though. It's a lot of healing. Avion might be dead. Jump in. Chrono misses completely.
Wait.
Rior doesn't have... He does have Song. He's going to try to get it off, and he does, but they get the BKB off in time anyway.
Oh,
There's
he
the
can egg.
Supernova, and that's the Ags right there, baby. That's it in a nutshell. Logic's taking a lot of damage. Facehugger's finally coming in. Wraith King is dead, it looks
He's
like.
gonna come back as an eggs. He's coming back. Look out.
And
They're owning.
They're pushing them back a little.
Oh, he got
All
the
right,
kill.
he actually got both of them. That's insane. The Aegis is gone. They have buyback on the Wraith King. I don't think they'll. I'm not sure they'll need to use it because it's Tinker.
Oh my god, that Ags actually just owned there.
All right, maybe I've underestimated the Ags. They're still gonna lose this game probably, but
That was epic. That was really epic. That chrono, man. That looked so good, but then so bad right afterwards.
that was a nice play from the Naga. She didn't walk into it. She was trying to get back to the
Yeah.
base, and she knew that the only way she could turn that fight around was if she got Song off. I
Yeah.
mean, they still lost the fight anyway. But
I think we answered the question, by the way, because the Naga was songing. She died, respawned, and then was still songing. So,
oh,
I think it's definitely like the same hero.
okay.
It's interesting. It works like that though. You'd think that it would like cancel the song and then respawn her, but it just like it keeps her alive and then turns her green or something, and then kills her.
What a
You know?
strange instance.
It is a weird mechanic, but Dota is indeed filled with those. So many of them. Can't even count them on your fingers.
So I think at this point we just wait for next Roche, next few items like Meta or like it's for a Logic. The Mirana is working on Manta style, I would assume. I don't know what else is on the courier currently. It is a Manta, yep. So she's like almost 6 slotted, plus Mjolnir.
Very, very, very hard to kill. I wonder if he goes for Maelstrom, or if he goes for Mjolnir, or if he goes for some sort of nullifier or something like that.
Oh my god, the multi-shot arrows.
Ooh, that was almost double.
Ice Path. They
Oh,
get.
hell yeah. Look out.
Where's the song?
Oh, song it.
Where's the song? Why aren't you songing? Oh, it's because he has his reincarnation. That's why. Well, now she's dead. So, and they are diving deep. Hit the. You know what? Hit the egg, I guess.
It's hard to see because the Jakiro. Oh, man.
Manta, Facehugger. They've killed
Tinker's
3.
owning.
Tigger's dead.
He was owning those as a zombie.
And now Bimbo will die almost certainly. They have taken a lot of damage. Arrow.
He is going to respawn 3 times, though.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's actually ridiculous.
Can you kill him 3 times, though?
No,
is
they
the question.
can't. They definitely cannot. Look how low HP they are. But he has to go heal. Oh, maybe they can. I'm on going
Oh,
in.
I think Whiteman dies.
He just dies to the towers.
Blade me on the tower.
They got
Yeah.
top racks. I mean, Titans are
Tinker's
holding
dead.
on,
That's
but
really...
yeah. With him dead, they can just keep going. They'll earn up. They have Spirit Vessel. They have 1 more charge of Spirit Vessel. We were thinking about songing. Force a Logic in. Hookshot counter initiation. A Logic forced out. He does
Nice
have Time
force.
Walk. He will get away for now. Good Impale.
Ooh, what a stun.
That's going to be the song coming out. They can't quite finish Raging Potato, but that's just his reincarnation anyways. RR died eventually. Gem's on the ground. Bimbo will lose. No, he'll actually toggle the armlet. They'll back up, I
Nice
think.
armlet toggles.
I think the Tinker's up. They don't want to go too far. They kept the gem, which is good news for Taskus Titans. The bad news is they're like 3 buildings away from just outright losing this game, even with Tinker.
Look at Tinker and base. He would just spam rearming and canceling it. This is interesting. Like, I'm seeing some joking around plays going on. Like, it is interesting. I wonder if they're just like, if you just see this, like Jamesy doing this like rearm canceling and just kind of like, well, may as well have fun with it. You know what I mean? Maybe something like that.
I would assume that's their mantra right now.
Rather than like, oh, this was a joke from the start. It was more like, ah, well, we're losing. May as well have some fun. Just
He's
stick
actually
around
going
a
Assault
little bit.
Kirasa Mimbo.
You like that, Mom?
No, I do not like that.
Really? Why not? No, I'm just kidding. We already talked about it. I mean, we could definitely hammer into this Wraith King build over and over. I think the impact of Ags has been relatively obvious so far, and that could have been 4,500 gold spent on something
Radiance?
else more useful, like a Radiance. Like he'd actually be doing so much with the Radiance right now. Just slowly.
Half these fights are them sitting at like 38% HP.
Yes,
You add up
yes.
the Radiance burn over time.
And then Tinker is so good at chasing as opposed to just fighting that, like, if you have a Radiance and they're running, Tinker will kill all of them. So
I kind of get it. You're thinking they have a ton of BKBs on EVOS, and building Radiance feels like it's not the best use of your money.
they wear thin though, like, and it gives you raw damage too for your crit. Like, I think it's just a perfect item. Oh, that is a Tinker.
The heck's on
Look out.
Dooku. There's the hook shot. Shiva's guard. Tinker is in a lot of trouble. Good force. They're going to keep him alive. Song, they don't have the Impale. Mystic Flare. They thought that Tinker was still inside the cogs because of the oh boy. Logic jumped in with BKB. Thought about Chronoing. Decided not maybe the best idea. He does have a refresher shard, so whatever.
Ooh, that'd be a huge Chrono.
And
Oh yeah, there it is. On the Naga.
well,
On
the
the Tinker.
Naga's dead.
Can you get the Tinker? Go to Fountain.
They want Bimbo instead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now that's one death. And it's about to be two. Nice Supernova. These Glimmer
Oh,
kids
maybe
are
not
owning.
two.
They finally get the other kill. There's the Chrono. It's the AoE Chrono, too. He just got 25. He chronoed his entire team. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
he's taunting.
I would be, too. GG's called. That'll do it. EVOS moves on to the grand final here for the playoffs.
That's that. I mean, they played really well.
I thought Taskus Titans was the better team in the group stages, but clearly not today. They made a lot of mistakes, and the drafts were.
This looked pretty one-sided, to be honest. Tips a raging potato.
I think it comes down to the draft. BDZ playing instead of Skemberloo. I don't know what happened. That Skemberloo said I'm out of here, or he's sick, or something. I don't know, but there were
they're
glimpses.
just crumbling after TI. That happens with teams where it's like, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a very likely scenario for Taskus Titans. I know, not making it to TI is a little frustrating.
LAN, though.
You kind of just have to. I think teams need to relax on leaving after TI qualifiers. I get it. You lost TI. You didn't make it even into the regional qualifiers, and that really sucks. First of all, let me preface this by saying I'm not trying to presume anything. I don't know what actually happened with Taskus Titans.
I'm presuming. I know that Scamberloo got kicked because there was issues with the tome. Somebody took a tome from. No, I'm just making shit up.
Yeah, I know you are. I was gonna say that would be really impressive if you didn't, but if you did know rather. But yeah, I mean, it was just essentially just looked like Taskus Titans were not playing the same way they've always played in this tournament.